From Minfeng County, the next stage of my ride would take me across China's largest desert, the Taklamakan, also known as the Sea of Death, with its endless shifting sand dunes. On the first day, I planned to ride 250 kilometers, all the way to Tazhong Town, right in the heart of the desert. I set off, and the first thing I needed was bottled water for the desert. Then a guy stopped me and asked for help. His bike wouldn't stop. I followed him deep into a dense reed area, and it turned out to be farther than expected. There was a small hostel for tourists inside. I used my jump starter to bring one of the bikers back to life, got thanked, and then set off again. I used my jump starter to ignite his bike. Now all cool, he can start his journey now. This place also nice hostel, only 100 Chinese yuan, 70 less than mine. Then came the most interesting part. At the gas station, I had to hand over my ID card and have it scanned before the gate arm opened, but I still couldn't ride in. I had to push the heavy bag to the pump by hand, and it wasn't over yet. At the pump, I had to show my ID again and get it scanned one more time before I could finally refuel. Not easy for either of us. I don't know, my engine light is always on like this. It was time to leave Minfeng County, and there was another checkpoint. Unlike yesterday, the face recognition didn't work with my helmet on, so this time I had to take it off. Still some cattle here. I think this should be the last section with green color. Hopefully today there will be no sandstorm. Then I reached the metal sign gantry marking the start of Tarim Desert Highway. Some other motorcyclists were already there taking photos, so of course I did the same. Left side, work hard, start business, probably like that, and turn old look into new ones. Here is keep grinding, push forward, make desert accessible. The symbol at the topmost is petrol channel, I think. One of the biggest oil company in China. I heard that there will be 10 kilometers of bumpy road as such. Phew! Down bumpy road. Wow! Large area outreach. And then now the trail there. The bumping session starts again. Some sheep bolted into bushes as I rode past. Grass seemed scarce out here. Life in this desert must be tough. I came across some camels, though I wasn't sure if they were wild or domesticated. Either way, just like the sheep earlier, they quickly bolted into bushes. I have finished the 70 kilometers. Scenery here is rather unique. All sandy dunes, like that. Both sides of the road, just shallow shrubs. But the shallow shrubs actually, they cannot grow here because here just too dry. Humans intervention. I can show you the trick here. You can see this pipe. Yeah, actually. The water inside as water pipes. This water comes from where? Water comes from well cabins, because like every 5 or 10 kilometers there is a small well cabin. Inside it there is well deep into the ground, so water comes from there and then pumped out to support the life of these shrubs. Both sides of the road. With those shrubs, the road surface can be protected to some kind. At least the sand buffeting can be controlled. Scenery here is rather special. And here, to just neighboring a shop, and here's another method. It's reed stock, and just they insert this. And then in the distance, a third defense. I can show you. Here, third defense is waved reed, I think, and like a fence to protect sand intrusion. This one, wet to the side. I think the water comes out from this pipe. Not long after setting off, I crossed through the shrubs and noticed this geological site. I later learned it was shaped by ancient river flows and wind erosion, but at the time it looked so strange that I thought I'd stumbled upon traces of some lost civilization. Well, I just noticed a very strange geological formation behind me. Over there seems like past civilization, but as I'm not archaeologist, I'm not so sure if that's just a natural formation or because of past civilization, humans work. I don't really know.
Problem with this motorcycle.
Well, I'm having a rest here. I still have 100 kilometers. Then to the center part of this desert, there will be a very small town, Tazhong Town. The name of that in Chinese means like center of this desert. This is where cabin I mentioned before. And this is a pipe deep into the ground, 160 meters. And the worker needs to be here 1 year. For 1 year, at least it's 8 months. He needs to stay here just to guarantee all systems are working in a good condition. Sand dunes.
Okay, almost at the center of the desert, and still got 3.5 kilometers to be the town. Clearly not suitable for camping. Okay, here it is. A very small town. Plan to camp here. This is from Belgium.
Okay, turn the pitch up. Right side, hold my motorcycle. Left side, hold by this big tank truck. This is a world-renowned desert off-road vehicle. Off-road truck actually. Got name Desert Mol. M-O-L. Made by Belgium. Specially designed for this desert to carry out work here and transporting goods in Taklamakan region. V12. Oh, crazy. And equipped with two 450 liters fuel tanks. Had worked for 40 years and retired in 2023. Deep inside the vast Taklamakan Desert lies Tazhong Town, a small but brave settlement surrounded by endless sand. No rivers, no fertile land, just the dunes stretched to the horizon. Yet people have still made a home here. Tired drivers, oil workers, and passing travelers all find shelter in this tiny desert outpost. It's raw, quiet, and deeply moving, proof that human warmth can survive even in the harshest places. And for the dinner, of course, Xinjiang cuisine again.